All right, hello, I'm Delaney, and this is my last and final affirmative rebuttal. This has been a great debate so far. I am first going to start off by stating my opponent brought upon new evidence in his last 1NR. I am not going to refute it. I do not have time since these were new arguments brought into his final debate. Next, I am moving on to why I'm winning this debate, even with my opponent's refuting evidence and his opinion of why he thinks I'm wrong. My two superior arguments in this debate have discussed budget and terrorist propaganda. So I'm going to be moving on to my advantage one, budget. Again, as referred to of humansfirstrights.org, the documented price of running this facility in 2015 was $445 million, with a single detainee costing $3.7 million to $4.2 million per year. In state federal prison, keeping a prisoner held like in a federal supermax is $78,000 a year. So as you can see, that there's a huge difference in the price in that. It is found that most detainees are eligible for capital punishment and would not need to be housed in supermax prisons. Taking prisoners to existing or newly constructed prisons would save between $65 and $85 million a year. So even if we had to build new prisons for these detainees, it would be a lot less than spending $445 million a year. Next, I'm going to be moving on to my advantage two. Terrorists. The probability of terrorist activity to rise because of the closing of Guantanamo Bay is very low and outweighs the magnitude of the issue. Terrorism is happening regardless, and in other major countries that count for 78% of the deaths, and this was stated in my last affirmative rebuttal. Moving detainees stateside does not mean terrorism would increase because it is happening regardless. If brought stateside, we will reduce terrorist groups rallying followers because they are pointing out alleged human rights abuses against terrorists at the prison. So they are able to rally more followers at the Guantanamo Bay prison. So if anything, keeping that open is not helping the case at all with terrorist activity. That is the end of my debate. Thank you, and I hope you vote affirmative.